How's it going, you guys? So in this video, I'm just going to quickly discuss one of the most powerful tools that I've ever used to transform my health and to rise above the anxiety, depression, blood sugar issues, insomnia, and all the other problems that I was struggling with way back in, 2012, 2013, 2014, and really my entire life before I discovered these amazing tools. And now I want you all to keep in mind that when I say tools, I mean they are tools. They are the most powerful tools, but they're still tools. They are not the end all be all. They are not the foundation. They are tools. And only once you get your nutrition on check, your exercise, and your lifestyle and your mindset, only then do I recommend you actually look into these tools. Okay, but these were really what got me to find what works in the rest of my life. Okay, these were like a gateway to opening my mind because my mind was very ill. These were a gateway to learning the proper diet and great nutrition for myself because back then my mind was so scatterbrained, I couldn't focus or think straight to be able to read books on nutrition or to log my food and stuff. Like I was so anxious and scatterbrained, I couldn't even log my food. It was that bad. And so these tools help me to calm the fuck down and just do the work that needs to be done. Anyway, these tools are tonic herbs, okay? And I know there's a lot of ignorant people who think tonic herbs are placebo and they don't work and they don't have science, blah, blah, blah. But the fact is, there is a ton of science behind most of the most popular tonic herbs. And there's tons of people's experiences online, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And there's thousands of years worth of people's experience and traditional medicine use, okay? And there are scientific papers on these things too. You can find them all over. You can find them on, the mainstream website examine.com. You could just look on Google Scholar and PubMed. You'll find plenty. Anyway, here's a brief overview of my experience with tonic herbs since my iPhone can only record 10 minutes worth of video at a time. So when I first, the tonic herb that really changed the game for me, there were two. Well, there are three, but there are two main ones. Three main ones. So holy basil was the first one. Holy basil I started with because of a guy named Brandon Gilbert who runs a company called Hyperion Herbs, who was doing tonic herbalism for decades and had videos on YouTube until YouTube wrongfully deleted his channel. And he recommended people start with holy basil. Now, holy basil is an extremely calming herb. It raises GABA and it promotes relaxation, and it's traditionally been used to supposedly promote enlightenment. Now, I'll tell you what this did for me. So, for one, it cleared the brain fog. It relieved my anxiety completely. It allowed me to just go with the flow. It really numbed me to negative emotions, and it basically turned off my emotional brain and it turned on my prefrontal cortex and allowed me to think critically. And from using this and from relaxing my emotions and improving my critical thinking, many people use it as a nootropic, I was able to meditate for once in my life, and I was able to figure out and think about and reflect on, well, what is really causing my problems? And so it's almost like inducing the physical feelings of meditation without actually meditating. Because without it, I was never able to sit still. I was addicted chronically to cell phone usage and other overstimulation. Anyway, I started taking holy basil consistently in December of 2014. Right around the time I began experimenting with veganism, which I don't advocate and which was horrible, I will admit. Despite having a shitty diet at the time, holy basil allowed me to reconstruct my life and determine what diet worked best for me. And all of the problems I was dealing with at the time began to fade away. And I do believe it was directly like what allowed me, it's not that holy basil caused my life to transform. holy basil made my mind work efficiently enough to take the actions necessary to transform my life. Because most people, they can't even think straight because they're so stressed and because their body's so inflamed from the inflammatory foods they're eating and the nutritional deficiencies. And so they're physically unable to sit down and reflect, and they believe, oh, I don't have enough time, blah, blah, blah. Holy basil gets you to chill the fuck out for a second and, not worry so that you can reflect on the things that are the most important. And it's crazy because when I actually just started to reflect on all these things that I thought, oh, that, I don't have enough time to think about these things. I have bills to pay or whatever. Now, all of a sudden, all those problems I thought were so important, they're gone because I've solved them because I use tonic herbs like holy basil and gynostemma and ashwagandha. I use these herbs to help my brain reach a state in which I can make better decisions, think better, and perform better in my life. And you see, this is really the most amazing part of nutrition and using food as medicine, supplements, and herbs. It has nothing to do with all these, like these blog posts, oh, like apple cider vinegar, like alkaline balance. No, it goes much deeper than that. And it's crazy that there's so many people that talk down on tonic herbs and they dismiss it as some kind of woo-woo spiritual nonsense. They think it's just placebo. It's crazy because this stuff, like some of these herbs are so powerful that they've even been shown, some of them have been shown to be stronger than pharmaceutical drugs for like anti-anxiety and things. And they've been shown to lower cholesterol, blood pressure, and regulate blood sugar, etc. Of course, a healthy diet will do all of that even more effectively. Anyway, I don't really take tonic herbs as much these days because I found a nutritional strategy that kind of gives me the same benefits. I don't, like holy basil used to help me sleep, but now I don't even need herbs or anything to fall asleep because my diet upregulates GABA. And I have other videos discussing what diet I follow, and it's crazy. I feel superhuman now. But lately, I've been taking a pretty high dose of ginkgo biloba, and it's an alcoholic extract tincture form by Herb Farm, which you could find at any health food store, really. And I've been taking about 2 to 4 dropperfuls, along with my bulletproof coffee in the morning. And oh my God, like, it's insane how amazing I feel. I feel like ginkgo biloba has a very strong regulating effect on dopamine systems, which I've discussed many times before. It also promotes circulation. That's a scientifically proven effect. And I also take mucuna prurens alongside of it, but the mucuna by itself didn't really seem to work as good as it does in combination with ginkgo biloba, and I think that's because they both strongly affect dopamine systems. And anyway, ashwagandha, holy basil, gynostemma was another one. Gynostemma completely relieved my body of all the stress and worries and anxiety of physical reality. And the thing about this is they're not like drugs where like, oh, I'm getting drunk to forget my problems. What these do, first of all, they have significant physical benefits on your health that are scientifically validated. Everything from the alkaloids to the saponins to the vitamins and minerals they contain and to their effects in clinical trials. But these actually put your brain and your body in a state in which, for one, it's healthier, and for two, it puts your brain in a state where you can actually solve your problems. And many people will find that when they take some of these tonic herbs, not all of them, and different people react differently to some of these. Some will be better than others for some people, some will be worse. But they put your brain in a state that allows you to solve your problems. So it is the complete opposite of people who smoke marijuana or drink alcohol to numb themselves. Anyways, let me know what you all think in the comments section, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.